Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another 7Q kata on codewars, and today we're going to be solving up jumping number special series special number series number 4. I'll try to read the exercise very rapidly so we can understand it. Jumping number is the number that all adjacent digits in it differ by 1. What do we mean? I'm trying to summarize the exercise rapidly. So if we're given a number like this, it returns jumping number. That's because it's a single digit. Automatically single digits return jumping the string. Okay, now this 79 returns not. What do we mean? The difference between 7 and 9 is greater than 1, so it's not a jumping number. 2 and 3, the difference between those two digits it's 1, so it's jumping. It doesn't matter if it's increasing, like this case 32 will also go even if it's in decreasing order. It just needs to be different to it just needs to be equal to 1. Sorry, now this is not jumping because we have 55. This is another case. It returns jumping. You can see that the difference between each number is always 1, being even if you consider it from left to right or from right to left. This is not, it's easy to see from 0 to 9. Okay, this is jumping because it's 3 and 2 and the difference is 1. Okay, we get the logic. So there are many approaches to this. I'm going to show you my method. Firstly, I'm going to convert the number to string using the toString method. Spelling error. I convert to string, and then I'm going to look through the string and check every individual letter using a while loop. So this will be our iterator. It starts at 0. Now it's going to loop till I'm going to be checking each number. Let's take the longer example. This particular scenario, I'm going to be checking each number and the next one to it, but I'm going to stop at the second to the last because the last number doesn't have a next. So this is going to condition my while loop that will loop from I until I is less than the length of the string minus 1. It's going to stop at the last bit 1 figure. Now I'm going to check the difference in the between a number and the one next to it. So I'm going to check if the number this time around is str because it's converted to string minus the one next to it is equal to 1. Now remember, we can go forward or backward, so I have to take the absolute value. So it's math.abs of all of this operation. Also remember that this has been converted to a string, so we have to consider it as figures by putting a plus. Anytime you put a plus in front of a string, it tries to convert to a number, and this time around we know we have numbers, so there won't be an error. So if the absolute subtraction between the two numbers is 1, then we are good to go, and we are going to switch to the next comparison. That will move I to 1. In case it's not 1, automatically we know the whole number is not jumping, so I'm going to return the string not jumping. Now if I can go through the whole of this while loop without meeting a not jumping, that is without meeting the return statement. It means I've traversed the whole thing and everything is a jumping number, so I'm going to return jumping. Now remember, there is a different scenario we had to manage here, which is the very simple case. If it is 1, if it's a single number, single digit number, we have to return jumping. So I'm going to deal with that one very rapidly. If the length of the string is equal to 1, return jumping. Okay, let's test our code. Everything is green, and let's attempt to find a solution, and we get the solution. I can just put in full screen so that you can see. So we convert to a string, and then if it is 1, we return jumping right away. No need to go through the loop. Else we go through the loop and compare adjacent numbers. If the difference is 1, if that's the case, we increment till we reach the last bit 1, and the very moment we meet a difference different from 1, we return not. If we arrive at the end, we return jumping. And that's it for today. I'm going to submit so that we can see if we can see what was done by other developers. I think it's basically the same logic. Okay, now the only difference is this was converted to an array with the split sentence. I think without the split it would still work. This is a very smart one. I can't seem to understand it at the moment, but I can see comparisons and math and absolutes, and it's going through every element. So this is actually the same thing we've written, just in a more complex format. All right, so sorry, my page has just refreshed, but I think you get the solution. We are done, and see you on the next video, guys. Sorry, my solution just went off. But on codewars, you can get that by going to your profile and solutions, and we can fall back on the solution on what we just solved right here. So any other thing regarding this solution, of if there are performance issues, you can comment about it on the comment section, and see you for another kata.